Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Xenoblade Chronicles, and as you can see we have a different startup screen. I saw this the moment we finished the main game and I think it's a beautiful view. A new world, our friends are all there, Fiora with her new body, and yes, it's time for us to go ahead and do the extra story. I think this is called Future Connected and it's basically the DLC that got released after the main game. Just like, and if I say this correctly, Torna with Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which are already I've gotten in case we finish Xenoblade Chronicles 2 after we start that. So, I see that it's now loading. But yes, that's what we're gonna start with today. I'm hoping it's story-wise more in line with the main game. Beautiful story, beautiful environments. Something we can really enjoy. And if I got it correctly, it's about 10 and 20 hours long. So we've got plenty of time to enjoy this new environment. Because I'm gonna say it's gonna take place in the world after the main game. So things might look familiar, but a tad different at the same time. Just like we saw at the ending scene at the end of the game. Alright. Can I start from here then? Ah, that's why. I was wondering, why is it not doing anything? With my dumb head, I was pressing the wrong button. And it should be totally separate from the main campaign. So it's not gonna take over any levels or any decision or anything like that. It's a separate story that's taking place after the main game, if I'm correct. But there's only one way for us to find out, and that's to start playing it. Yes, it is. Future Connected. I had that right at least. Alright, let's have a quick look on the options, because I haven't checked anything, but it should be roughly the same as the main game. Vibration off, definitely. It's mainly if I'm playing it by myself. Alright, new game, let's start.
That symbol. Today, we use our power to fell a god, and then seize our destiny! All that I am is fading. The memory of a god's existence, born from the chaos of creation. It is vanishing.
Yes, that's how we ended it with the main game. The destruction of a god and taking faith, our future in our own hand.
What were you looking at? The sea?
I wasn't looking at anything in particular. If anything, Fiora, I was thinking. Thinking about the future that awaits us all.
One year later. It's going to be very interesting to see where everybody is at this point. Is he actually flying junks, or is it his own vehicle?
There it is.
Alcamoth.
Melia, we're in sight of Alcamoth.
All right, I'm on my way.
Okay, that's a rude awakening right at the start of it. What did we do to deserve that? Was this our first visit back to Alcamoth since the end of the game? Because then I would understand that maybe Futilethia is still alive or something. Not that they would be smart enough to handle weapons of the sort, but just trying to think out loud. The game is still beautiful as all hell. There's one thing you can say about Monolith. They know how to create a world. Bionis Shoulder. Well, we've never been to the shoulder, so is this new or is it just a part of the land we've never been to? I think it's the latter.
Phew. Guess we're still in one piece.
Quite. What in the world was that?
It happened so quickly that I didn't get a good look myself. I saw some flickering around the capital, then suddenly a black beam.
A black beam? Some new defensive measure, perhaps. The junks. Can it fly?
Some components sustained heavy damage. It won't budge until we can swap them out.
Right.
It's fine. They're not particularly rare parts. They'll have them in Alcamoth.
You make it sound very simple. Remember, we are still very much in the dark here.
Good thing I came prepared. We'll probably be needing this.
Sister Bon, watch out on right! I take care of it. Kino handle left side. Gotcha!
Those voices.
No ponds.
Are those? It's Kino and Nene. What are they doing here?
Shulk, we must help them.
Oh, we definitely must help them. They may be Heropon in training, but they're not there yet, I suppose. Gameplay differences. Some elements of this new adventure are very different from the adventure so far. The most major points will be introduced on the following pages. The party gauge. As you progress through the adventure, instead of chain attacks, you will unlock an all-new system for performing all-out attacks. You still require a segment of the gauge to revive fallen allies. In the new adventure, Shulk has lost his powers to see visions. This calls for more caution than before when it comes to your enemy's most powerful attacks. Some allies will battle ways not presented before. The skill tree has been removed. There are further changes, so keep an eye out for them as you play along. Well, I'm sure we can figure it out, because I found the original system hard to get a handle of, but eventually we managed. Because technically we did defeat the game, so I did master it in the end. Alright, we're controlling Melia, and I have to say, there's something about the voice of Melia. I don't know if it's another voice actor, or just that it's more heavier than it used to be. But I did notice it straight away. Alright, have a check here, if there's anything we can gather. Anything to interact with? Doesn't seem like it. I think this is just our point to be able to teleport to. Right, that's how to get off. We can follow the path, but what's the fun in that? Ooh, I already see interesting things. I see collectibles. But that's not what we're here for. First, we need to save our friends. So it's best to get there. Just do we want to change our lead character? Because I'm most used to Shulk. I'm sure we can handle it with Melia as well, but you know what? Let's just fight a fight and see. Looks like we're level 16. Copy, Mind Blast, Element. It's a little bit different than how I set it up in mine, but I can work around it.
Now you shall witness our power. I'm ready. Roaring thunder.
Slight different music. Sounds interesting.
What? Don't you dare give up.
And that's the reason why I want a Shulk, cause I need someone to heal that I don't control. Yeah, put it to sleep, so we have a little bit of time. Come on. Ah, we're toppled. Come on, get up, get up. Alright. That's a slightly rough awakening. Because we are exactly the same level as the enemies, so it's the way that it's supposed to be a bit challenging. The more levels ahead you are, the easier it gets, but I want Shulk all the way up in front. Let's see our equipment, see what we have. A Monado replica. We're not talking about friends here. Let's see, no gems yet. No extra items yet. Arts. Oh, this is roughly the same. Battle Soul. No, this is exactly the same now that I had it. Everything is leveled up to a decent level with a little bit of room for us to play around with. No, I still want to check out the Monado itself. We're missing one. Is that Eat that we missed? Probably. No, we have Ether here. Ether, Cyclone, Speed, Buster, Shield, Purge, Armor. Speed here. Yeah, I think this is what we want. I don't think we're... I can't remember what move we are missing then. Shield, Armor, Purge, Speed, Cyclone and Ether together with Buster. It's definitely a move that I haven't used a lot in game, or else I would have definitely remembered it. 1400, that's from the fight we just had probably. Do we have any extra? We have wind. I think the elements for now should be okay. Just want to see if there's any additional healing moves that she had. It might be more interesting. At least until we have a dedicated healer in our party. Alright, so summon copy, which is a decent thing to do. Mind Blast is a good thing. It's just the Hypnotize that I'm not particularly fond of, but I think the physical attack is more for me whenever I need to use her. Collectopedia, of course, works the same way. Pretty big list to start out with, but like I said, I have no idea how big the game is gonna be, how many areas we'll have, so we just go with it. So let's have another fight.
Display
like I said, we need to get our feeling back again with the game. Yeah, this feels a little bit more natural for now. I am missing Sharla, a dedicated healer. Riki would be fine as well. Alright, let's pick our first collectibles. Blade Bird.
Who next in line to get face full of mild down? Anyone so much as breathe this way, rifle of Kino go blah blah blah.
Kino, Nene, are you hurt?
Let us help too.
Miss Melia, Mr. Shulk. Help very welcome. More is always merrier.
Alright, just 3 beasts. We should be able to handle it, right? Ah, and they fight with us. Maybe I want to see what kind of character he is. Ah, the healer character, the replacement for Sharla. I'm just guessing, because I see bullet shots, that kind of stuff. Kira Thingami, heal around, heal kaboom, heal bullet. Carry special spell that restores barriers as attacked. Toasty. Let's have a quick look on what it is that we have. Crack bullet, Shogun's boost. I do like noggin shots, so do we want to change it up with yogurt stance? Stops getting aggro is a good thing to have for a character like this. So what's the... This one, shield clang. Not bad as well. I'll have a think about that. And the rain character that we have. Purely for tanking capabilities. Alright, let's just keep it as is for now. And we'll play around with it during the game, I'm sure. Alright. If, of course, the other littlepon is of course a range character, I might switch Melia over for that one, if this is going to be like our party going forth in this game. Level 55, come on. I would be very disappointed if I got downed by these kinds of enemies.
Big sis, we did it! Job is good one, Kino.
That was amazing, you two. It was like seeing Ryan and Sharla fighting together again.
Just so. Fitting. For children of here upon Riki's household. No injuries, Kino?
Nene, very, very sorry. Kino, not so good with strangers.
Oh, really? Most interesting.
Please do not take personally.
If we stay here, there is a risk of another attack. We should move to a safer location.
Very well. Is this acceptable?
Plenty acceptable.
Right. Let's go.
Good. Well, I had a suspicion it was Riki's children. They did look like him a lot. And the fact they were placing like Sharla and Rain in the party with exact movements. Yeah, Shulk's comment is definitely worth here. Like, it's like fighting with them again.
This place looks promising. We can take a break here.
Alright, let's set up camp.
So tell us, What were you two doing out there? Rather, how did you even get here at all?
About that.
Melia, I think these two must have come on the junks.
What?
Stowaways. Did they want to prove they had Heropon potential? That's why they came with us?
Are you quite sure, Shulk?
When you consider their relative positions, I think it's quite credible.
The capital on the Bionis Shoulder.
So,
Ah. So that is where the junks comes in then. I appreciate it. But even though we won peace with Zanz's defeat, the rebuilding continues. Much remains to be done.
I realize that. And I also know that you've been putting in every effort.
So why then?
If the capital is on the shoulder, there are people there. I thought you'd want to go.
Shulk. That's...
We could be there and back in less than half a day.
Mama? Me.
They saw an opportunity.
Kino, may be better to explain. Mama, we're just on a little strolly stroll when we suddenly hear voices. Now, Kino. Nene watched Kino with eyes of Rogel. Kino, follow Mr. Shulk from behind and do some sneak peekings. Mama, Sister Pon followed Kino and sneak peek on too. Meh.
So you stowed away like I thought. But what for?
Kino always look up to Dedapon. Want to become mighty Heropon too.
I knew it.
I'm certain Riki would be most proud. But how did that lead to you boarding our vessel?
He see opportunity to help people who in trouble. That way can become friends with people everywhere. Mighty Heropon make friends with every toe step. Or so Dedapon say, at least.
I see. That does explain things.
Many sorries. It's not fault of Sister Pon. He's not scored Nene. Fault is of Kino only. Kino. Sincere sorries. Kino wanted to repay debt. Dedapon and Monopon take Kino in when Kino all alone.
You were alone?
Is truth. One day, out of blue, Dedapon bring Kino home. Said, here is Brother Pon. That day, nobody make comment. Everyone except Kino. Kino, all happy they could say. That why. That way want to become Heropon and repay debt to family. Sorry.
It was done with the best intention. Of course we can forgive him.
Kino, you do your family honor. Yours is a most noble sentiment. I am utterly certain that Riki and Oka are proud of you too.
Guaranteed.
Actually, Melia and I are in a bit of trouble right now. We could use the help.
For really?
Uh-huh.
And the first friends on his toe step.
Kino must. You really twist wing. But fine. We'll allow to be sidekicks of Kino. Kino? Wrong word. Supposed to say friends.
Yes, friends. Because if you want to become the Heropon, you need friends in order to do so. Just like your dad.
So, we'll be heading for the capital to find parts for the junks.
Yes, about that.
Hmm?
It's a bit of a hike, but could we check out that cape?
Do we see something interesting there? Yeah, we see ruins. And I see a tent.
Explain.
I'm a bit concerned. What you said about defensive measures.
You fear we may come under fire again. Is that it?
Yeah.
It is true. Caution frequently pays off in the long run. The cape it is.
Great. It's settled.
Legend of Hero Volcano! It all started here! Hey!
Yes, it does start all here. So let's make Riki proud and do your best. Event Theater. The Event Theater has been added to the title screen. There you can view any event cutscenes you've previously seen. You can change the following options when viewing an event. The weather and time of day, not for all events. Character appearance, already acquired looks only. Alright, so I'm sure just like before, we need to find equipment pieces to change our appearance. And then we can change it however we want. Alright, so considering the talents in our party, I want to have a little bit of a change up. I want the tank, the healer, and our DPS with a slight reserve in Melia. Will this be the entire game? Probably not, but it's a good way to start at least. So for now, let's explore. I don't think we have any side quests just yet. Nope, we do not. Let's have a fight with our new team.
They meet their match with Kino. They didn't pick you up myself. That's Mr. Shulk.
Alright, not too bad.
Winning's just so stressful to Kino. Did Nene knock off some?
Husk, Chucker, and Sweet Nectar. I wonder if we're gonna get as many equipment pieces as we did in the original game. This would be very sweet. Right, a lot more enemies here. I think for now, let's progress and check out the cape. Who knows, maybe we'll find there some kind of shop or a definitive resting area we can use, so we can plan our exploration from there. Just an idea. And of course, that's who's attacking us? Oh god, straight away into higher level enemies. Okay. And one for trying. Alright, reduces aggro, put it to the rain. Let's make sure we do not fall off. We're still a normal enemy, just a little bit higher than what we are right now. Which is normal because we're just getting started. Yeah, no problem so far.
Did Nene knock off some? Winning's just
Floppy crest.
Everyone, let's go!
They meet their match with Kino. Power of death upon the surf through Nene.
Yeah, I think these birds will be the one thing that will keep on attacking us when they find us. Yeah, I mean, every material we can get just... Ooh, what's that? Ah, that is the quiet moment? Get to know each other in the quiet moments. Investigate an icon to view a corresponding quiet moment. If you don't already meet the conditions for viewing a given scene, feel free to come back when you do. Any quiet moment you've investigated will be added to a list found under quiet moments in the main menu. You can also use it to check the conditions for viewing each event. And hopefully the events will be a little bit easier to collect than last time, because raising the affinity in the original main game, really difficult. Which I hope in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 will not be as important. Oh, we need to be in our actual active party. Oh, we can. It's just for the scene.
These flowers, don't they smell heavenly?
Miss Melia is big fan of flowers?
Yes, because of my mother. When I was young, she often asked for my help with the villa's flower beds. How about you, Nene?
Nene also loves flowers very much.
I see. Then we have something in common. Before, when I spoke of them to a Homs friend, she said flowers are nice, but nothing beats a warm dinner. I got no understanding from her. Finally, fate sent me someone I can communicate with.
What Miss Melia say about dinner?
Oh, just talking to myself. The dinner part wasn't really relevant.
But Nene big fan of dinner too. Most of all, pollen orbs from factory in Frontier Village. They so very soft and so yummy scrummy.
Look, that's not... Hold on.
Meme?
When you said you love flowers, did you mean as a foodstuff?
Meh? There is meaning other than?
Ugh, I should have known. You're one of them. Nene, listen. Flowers are not simply special because they can be eaten. We can admire their beauty, or use them to create ornaments and works of art. And that is a great part of their charm.
Ornaments. Meme! Oh yes, Nene remember. Long ago Dedapon made Mamapon flower crown for Giver's gift.
Riki did that. That Nutpon has hidden depths.
So true. We saw it many times.
In any case, I would like it if you also had an interest in inedible flowers. If you did, then you too, just like your mother in her own day, may know the joy she felt.
Okay, the next time Nene finds flowers that cannot eat, Nene will make pretty flower crown for Miss Melia.
Huh?
To eyes and Nene, Miss Melia look most bestest in blue. What think?
I totally
I
agree.
appreciate the offer greatly. Weren't you originally of the regarding flowers as food persuasion?
Meh? If you make pollen orbs from not eatable flowers, they bitter and not tasty.
Yes, a fair point. It is just as you say. So Nopon see different but equal value in flowers depending on whether they're edible. Maybe it was foolish in the first place to try and choose only one while discounting the other. Well then, I will humbly accept the sign of your affection.
Nene, roger that.
And yet, why do it for me? Won't Kino and Shulk feel left out?
There is very good reason. Nene just want to see smiling face of Miss Melia, bright as sun rays.
Oh my.
Because they are friends.
Meme? Something wrong? Nene, not say anything weird?
No, not at all. It was just how sincerely you said it. I should take a leaf out of your book.
Meh?
Precious Nene, I look forward to the gift.
Nene pull out all stops.
Although, I would feel a bit awkward were I the only one to wear one. Why don't we make them together and exchange them afterwards?
Meme? That sound wonder marvelicious. Is deal. No, in fact, is unbreakable promise.
Yes, naturally.
I like that. And even though in basis it's the same as in the main game, but the fact that it's now spoken with voices gives so much a new dimension, much more emotion behind it. Because you can hear how they mean it, how they interpret it. And the interaction between the two, I love it. I do. Alright, let's pause this one, because we're running out of daylight. Birdie, you stay away for a little bit. We'll have plenty of enemies to defeat along the way. Don't you worry. Oh crap. Yep, just like I said, the bird doesn't want to leave us alone. Well, your choice, your demise. Right, release aggro. Be careful not to get knocked off the edge. Because that would be technically very bad. Uh-oh. I have a feeling we got some people behind us. Multiple. What the hell?
Nene cannot.
That was a very powerful attack. I did not expect that onslaught straight on my face just there and then. But now that that happened, I do see there is a scene here as well. You can't view this quiet moment just yet. Alright, so we don't have the party members or some other set, but I know what happened. I removed our healer to see that quiet moment, which is okay, but without healing and then getting attacked by 3 extra enemies, that did not help in any way. So let's do it again, but then the right way. And we might want to switch back to daytime a little bit, because it's always a bit easier when it's just during the day. Alright, so we were on top of that cliff back there, so let's just take another way to get there. And monsters, they will keep attacking us, and we will defend ourselves. And if we once in a while we get destroyed, it's fine, it happens. Just means next time we're gonna try again, and then beat it right on back. And I think if we had our healer, we would have been fine. I just didn't realize that until it was too late. I will try not to make that mistake again. Or let's see if we can get to the location we wanted to be at. So next time we can explore a bit more. And in between episodes I can fight as many monsters as we can see. Pororo's favorite. Okay, so we got our first quest item. We don't know the quest just yet, but just like in the main game, it doesn't hurt to collect those already. That in case we get the quest, we can instantly fulfill it. And it doesn't look like it's a camp, it actually looked like an entire town down there. Looking really good. See a spot of ether as well, so we can start building up our characters with a little bit of luck. We're not allowed yet? Ah, maybe that's different in this game compared to the other one. Let's see.
Many bird people here.
Are there really? Only High Entia living here.
Well, it is close to Alcamoth, so...
Oh there, strangers.
Ah, hello.
I see. You've had a rough time of it. However, I suggest you steer clear of Alcamoth. Even if you do somehow get there in one piece, don't expect the transporters to be running.
Oh? Why's that?
The thing that shot at you was no defense platform. It was a monster we've taken to calling the Fog King.
The Fog King?
Yeah. Suddenly showed up in Alcamoth a few months back.
From what I gather, you're from the Imperial Guard. Are the swords you carry just for show?
Taking a sword to it is folly. It laughs at our attacks. It's like hacking at smoke. Blows pass clean through it.
Must be Ghost! Ghost not shoot beams, dum-dum.
So that's why you call it the Fog King.
We fought in defense of our home. We were ready to die, and many of us did. But in the end, it won us nothing at all. The Fog King's attacks tore into us hard. Eventually, we gathered the High Entia and anyone else we found, and gave up the capital, so that we might live.
How awful.
My grieving heart belongs there. Our heartland, our capital. Yet I cannot even mourn it.
Maxis,
Huh? Yes?
please, you have to tell us how to get inside.
Shulk, be serious.
Boy, are you hard of hearing?
I heard you.
Then you should know better.
No matter the situation, we have to go. If I fix the junks, we can all leave this place. Then, once we're in Colony 9, we can make plans to retake Alcamoth.
No point.
Why not?
Shulk, do you think we took all that lying down?
Huh?
We're not stupid, you know. We did all we could. It's true. I want to go home. But that's a dream that won't come to pass, and it already cost too many lives.
Maxis.
I understand where you're coming from. Still, I have to be blunt with you. Let it go.
We can't. We have to try.
Now what?
Judging from the speech, I can't see us convincing him.
I agree with that.
We're stuck here?
Quite a predicament, Empress Melia.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
I humbly beg your pardon. Gelgar, at your Majesty's service. Formerly of the Personal Protection Division of the Alcamoth Guard Regiment.
Is that so? Then the pardon is mine to beg, Sir Gelgar. And please, dispense with the Majesty.
Perish the thought, your Majesty. The recent war has rid us of the wicked purebloods. A new age dawns, and we half-breeds are chosen for its caretakers. With you, Lady Melia, as our shining paragon, I cannot but address you as Majesty.
I have no patience for wheedling. Especially from knaves who spit on their ancestors.
I would never dream of doing such. I merely spoke plain truth, no more.
As you wish. But the Majesty address is burdensome to me.
If you absolutely insist. Until you deign to acquiesce, Lady Melia will have to suffice.
So kind, Sir Gelgar.
Make no mention of it, Lady Melia.
Sir Gelgar, we really need to get to Alcamoth, no matter what.
Ah yes, I have heard your exchange with Maxis. Hindering the Empress's triumph. A narrow-minded fool if ever there was one.
Ah, a hint for where a teleporter is?
To begin the authentication process, one must raise their hand to the transporter. The device is configured in such a way that only some of the High Entia in this land and the Imperial family may pass. Hence, Lady Melia should not have the slightest issue activating it.
A similar mechanism to the tombs, then?
That's our ticket into Alcamoth.
Yes.
Tasty news! Friend Galgar is good friends! Kind thanks, Bird Mister.
Not at all. I am but a humble servant in Lady Melia's employ.
Well, we'll have to see. You have a bit of shifty eyes, but we'll let it go for now.
May I offer you my companionship on your journey? I have a modicum of skill with the blade. Please rest assured.
I appreciate the offer, but must refuse. We do not lack for strength.
Indeed. A great shame. Should the need arise, I shall remain ready to serve.
Certainly. By the way, Sir Galgar, this outpost appears to consist of naught but soldiers. Where might all the other refugees reside?
They dwell beyond the Grandel ramparts, which lie below this point.
They live at a remove from you, then?
Yes, because of the Machina who live there.
What do you mean?
Might you have forgotten? When the war broke out, it was the Machina's treachery that lit the fuse. Were it not for them, we needn't have lost our brethren and our home.
You couldn't stand the Machina and thus moved away?
Precisely.
But the war is concluded, Sir Galgar.
Some simply cannot let go so easily.
True. We've seen that with Eggle.
Melia, shall we go see for ourselves?
Ah, yes. Very well. Sir Gelgar, we will take our leave of you now.
Do please take care of yourselves. You'll find passage to the capital through the Cragmore Caverns.
Alright, so we got a way forward at least.
Sir Gelgar, thanks for this.
See friend later. Please to be extra careful of self.
The same to you all.
Visiting shops. You can buy weapons and armor in shops to help your journey go smoother. In this chapter of your adventure, you will not find armor amongst the spoils of defeating monsters, but you may find weapons that differ from what shops have on offer. There's no lack of people having problems on Bionis Shoulder. Through completing the quest they give you, you will obtain rewards such as money and equipment in new color variations suitable for use as cosmetics. Alright, so no monster drops, but there is a lot of quests here, but we'll have to wait with that until next time. For now, I want to leave it here. We got two places we want to visit. We know how to get to the capital. We need to go through the cave, but we also want to see the refugee, where I think there will be a lot of subset of quests, which I assume is going to be just like in the main game, mostly collection for items, defeating monsters, that kind of stuff, all just to help you level up your character, making it a lot easier. So we're gonna start next time by looking around, going through this camp first, then to the refugees, picking up all the side quests, and then making our way forward throughout the cave. And any collection or monster killing quest I will do in between episodes, just like we did in the main series. Anything with story bits to it we'll do together, if I can determine it so, just like we did in the main game. But for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we explore this whole new area, the Bionis Shoulder. See you then. Bye bye.